In this lesson, we will talk about importing footage and maintaining an organized folder structure inside Premiere Pro, exactly the same as what we created in an earlier lesson in our Finder window. Up here in our project panel window, this is where we will be importing all of our footage. There are several different ways of importing footage, so I'll walk you through a few of them. The first being File, Import. The next, we can go right-click, Import, or what I like to do is simply double-click here. So you left-click twice, and our import window will open up. Then we can navigate to our video editing course, into our footage, and we can bring in all of our footage. We'll click the top, hold Shift, click the bottom, and then all at once we can import all of our footage. Premiere Pro will analyze all the content and begin importing it into our project panel window. Now Premiere Pro has loaded everything inside the project panel window. Now we can begin to organize. And down here there is a new bin. This just means a folder, just like in your Finder window on your desktop. So let's click on the icon and drag into the new bin. Now it's ready for us to start typing a name. So this is our footage folder, and on our desktop we named it footage. So we will do the exact same thing. Footage. Let's close that up. We can create a new folder. We'll call this one music. Another way of importing is you can go to Command Tab over to our Finder window. We can select all the music that we want to import. We can click and hold and then Command Tab back into Premiere Pro while holding, and then let go into the music folder. Now we have music inside here, and we have footage inside here. If we go to our Finder folder, you'll see that we have images, projects, music, and footage. Now because we don't have any images, we won't create that folder, and we don't need to create a projects folder because this is just our project file for Premiere. Things that we need to import are music and footage because we will be working with those. Okay, let's go to Premiere, which is Command Tab. If we open up our footage folder and leave the mouse on one of the items, we can see a few other details. If we click and drag here to expand that panel window, you can see a few other details here. And if we use the scroll bar here, we can find a lot of other information such as media start, media end, duration, in point, out point, and some more video information. Over here, right now we have it listed as list view. We can also use the icon view. This way, if you're inside the footage folder, for example, it'll show you thumbnails of the footage. If you leave your mouse over one and drag without clicking, you can actually watch a preview of the footage, which is nice. If you know the specific name of your footage, you can click and find it, such as, let's try wide view, and then it finds it very quickly for you. Let's close that. Let's open that up. We see the audio picture showing the waveform, which is a visual presentation that these are audio files that do not have video. We can search by name if we'd like. We can create more bins. So you understand, if we create a bin in here and close it, it's still, and go back to the list view, it still gets created in here. It's just when you double click it, it just opens up another window so that it's easier to see what you're doing rather than doing everything in the one window. We don't need this, so what we can do is either press delete on the keyboard, or we can press this button here. Okay, so there's a few other options. We can make everything larger if we'd like. Same goes with this. Okay, so if we wanted to create a new item, for example, we could click here, and then we can create a new sequence and a whole bunch of other options. That is the same thing as if we right-clicked and went to new item. Having all the assets in your project imported and organized into folders is a very, very efficient way of editing, and I would highly recommend always creating your footage folders that match how you have it set up on your desktop or on your hard drive. If you have a project you're working on and 6 months later you need to hand it off to somebody else, it makes it very easy if everything is already organized inside one folder, and then inside Premiere it's the exact same way. Another reason why it's important to have everything organized into folders is if you're working with multiple different cameras and cards, inside your footage folder you would have card 1, you could have card 2. If you have multiple days, you could have day 1, and inside day 1 you'd have card 1, card 2, card 3, and so on. And then inside Premiere Pro it would look exactly the same. You'd have a footage folder, you'd have day 1, day 2, inside day 1 you'd have card 1, card 2, and so on. Having this match how it is set up on your desktop or on your hard drive is extremely important. For example, let's click this clip and we'll hold Command, we'll click this clip and this clip. We will right click and we will make offline. That means that this footage isn't inside Premiere Pro and Premiere Pro does not know where it is. In order to find those, we can, because it's in the same folder on our desktop or in our hard drive, we can right click, we will link media, we will click and drag to make it a little larger, we will locate the footage, display only exact name matches to just finding the one, we will click OK, and then this footage has been found. Now for the other ones, simply click that, click on this, right click, go to link media, locate, it found one of them, you click OK, and then now both are online. Because it's in the same folder, it found both of them very easily. Okay, so let's bring this panel back and make our program monitor a little larger.